السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله نبدأ. The word chameleon. What? 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 Part 3. This is the third part of this chameleon.
Oh, what's your most embarrassing moment?
What's the most difficult thing about?
Like, what's the most important thing to her?
What's the most important thing?
What's the best thing you've ever eaten in space?
Oh, girls, what's the weirdest place you've ever...
Best employee you've ever had, or what?
What's your favorite food?
By the way, what's your most favorite room?
What's your favorite song? So what's your favorite smell?
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite recipe?
What's your favorite? I'm like,
What's your favorite? What the hell are you doing? Relax, Marty.
so that's what you should do. Relax.
What can I do to make you relax?
What are you doing here? Relax.
What do you do for relaxation?
What do you do to relax? Well, what's the best restaurant you've been to recently?
What a delicious meal!
Just choose what interests you the most.
So, what are your plans for today?
What are you doing this weekend?
Big plans.
What are your plans for the future?
Why are you here? What's your plan?
So what's the plan for Skype?
What are our plans for tonight?
So tell me, what are your plans for the weekend? Any parties going on?
What's the last thing they said to you before they died?
What's the last thing you remember before you went cat?
What's the last thing that you do remember?
What's the last thing you remember? What's the last thing you remember?
What's the last thing you remember? What's the last thing you remember?
What's the last thing you remember?
What's the first thing I should do with you?
What's the first thing you're gonna do?
So, what's the first thing we do?
What's the first thing you do?
What's the first thing we do?
What's the first thing you want to do?
What's the first thing you're gonna do?
What's the first thing you do remember?
What are you reading?
What are you reading?
What does that mean?
Time's the courthouse close.
What time does the limo come?
That's what a godfather is? That's what a leader does.
What time does John Rivers come?
What does he want in return?
What time does it start?
Shining time? What does that mean?
What time does it close? What time does it start?
By the way, what time does the library close?
What time's the game start?
What time does the barbecue begin?
What do you think? What do you think it's about?
What do you think about Sky?
Hey, let's see. What do you think? About what? What do you think about that?
What do you think?
About what?
What do you think about doing something?
What do you think?
About what?
The phone's for the...
What do you think? What do I think about? What do you think about?
What do you think about?
What do you think? What? Next.
What are your son's hobbies?
What kind of stuff do you like?
What kind of shots? What kind of shot?
What kind of abilities?
What kind of scandal?
What kind of rumor?
Yeah, but what kind? What kind of shot?
What kind of shit is this?
What kind of services?
All kinds.
What kind?
What kind of what?
What time is he supposed to meet you?
What time? I'll meet you. What's the address?
Oh, thanks. What time are you meeting us?
Sorry, what time is our meeting, Ashka?
What time's the meeting?
What time's your train?
What time's your flight?
What time is your appointment?
What time does it mean?
Yeah.
What time does your meet start?
What time do we meet?
What time is your meeting?
What time is it?
What is the time?
What time is it? What time is it?
So, what did you have for breakfast? Joe, what did you have for breakfast?
What did you have for breakfast?
What do you eat for breakfast?
What do you think about this? What do you think about this?
What do you think about this?
What do you think about this? Well, what do you think?
No, I mean, what's your dream job? When do you correct?
What is Robin's dream job?
What about your big dream job?
What's your dream job?
What your goals are, and what my goals are.
What's your long-term plan?
What are your long-term goals, Madam Secretary?
What are your long-term career goals?
What are your long-term goals?
Well, what's your biggest problem?
What's your biggest fear? What are your three biggest fears?
What's your biggest weakness?
Daryl, what is your biggest fear?
What are his hopes and dreams, his desires and aspirations?
What are your dreams?
What are your dreams? So, tell me, what are your hopes and your dreams? What do you want to be?
So, what's your biggest flaw?
What's your biggest weakness? Who do I
I think. Kimura, what's your biggest secret?
Oh, yeah? Where'd you catch? What did you say?
What did you see?
What did the cops catch you with? Ecstasy?
What do you catch?
So that you can achieve what you want to achieve on your own terms.
What I want to achieve.
Is that what you're trying to achieve?
What I want to achieve?
What do you hope to achieve, Mark?
What do you want to achieve here, Commander Vinda?
What is your goal in life?
If that's what your goal is.
What is our goal?
What is your goal?
What is your choice?
What was your second choice?
What's your drug of choice? What's your weapon of choice?
What's your drug of choice?
What a waste of time.
What are your hobbies? What are your hobbies?
What is your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
So, what's your story?
So what's your story?
What's your story?
What's your story?
What's your story? So, what do you do for a living, Mark?
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
What about your job? What was your job?
What's your job? Your job? What was your job?
What's your background? Well, I'm a journalism major. What's his background?
What's your educational background?
What's your major, Mike?
So what's your major? What's your major? What's your major?
What's your major?
What's your number?
What's your ID number?
What's your phone number? What's your address?
What's your address?
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you think you're doing?
What do you mean? It's your brother's birthday. It's your birthday too. What theme do you want?
Hey, Maury, what kind of cake do you want for your birthday?
What do you want to do for your big birthday tomorrow?
So, Phoebes, what do you want for your birthday?
So what you do for your birthday?
What do you want me to do?
What do you want?
What do you want? What do you actually want?
Do what you want, man. Do what you want.
What do you want? What do you want?
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you do? What do you need?
You need something.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What does it do? You should ask yourself, what would the doctor do? You need to ask yourself what you can do.
So you gotta ask yourself what you're doing here.
What do you want for yourself?
Is that what you want for yourself?
Now ask yourself, what have you always wanted to do?
And ask yourself what Mabel would want you to do.
So, ask yourself, what would Adam want you to do? What will you do for yourself?
Ask yourself. What would Vance want you to do?
Just ask yourself, what do you want to do?
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 What are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight? Dad, what are you doing tonight?
Tonight?
What are your plans?
What are your plans?
Well, what are your plans?
What are your plans? What are your plans for it?
What are your plans for tomorrow? Bowling with
Listen.
What are your plans for tomorrow?
What's next?
What's next?
What next?
What's next?
What's next? What are you up to?
What are you up to?
What are you up to, buddy? What are you up to? What are you up to?
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
So, what's the plan again?
What is the plan?
Plan? What plan?
Plans? What plans? What plan?
All of that.
اسمع الجمل كتير أثناء حياتك اليومية فقط استماع، وبإذن الله هتشوف نتائج مبهرة في فترة قصيرة.
الكورس مدروس كويس والنتيجة مضمونة بعون الله.
نتقابل المقطع الجاي، ومع السلامة.